us on to the next item on our agenda, some recognitions tonight. We're excited to have some folks in the audience tonight to discuss an incident that happened just a few weeks ago in our town, and we are certainly excited and honored to have our Lieutenant Governor in the audience today as well to help honor these people. We'll pass it over to Chief Eddie Hales to let us know about these life-saving awards here in our city.
Thanks, Mayor. This is an awesome night to be able to recognize two heroes in our community. If I could have Stephania and Preston come up here. This is for these two.
Yeah, you can give them a round
You
of
can
applause.
clap right now, too, yeah. I also want to welcome their families and friends, Preston and Stephanie as well. Stephanie is also a member of the Unified Fire Authority, and there's a large contingency of their folks here as well to support her. So welcome, Unified Fire Authority, for being here as well. On January 10, it was a cold night, if you remember that night. I don't know if many of you do, but I remember it that night, and some of our staff back here remember that night, and especially these two. It was cold, and it was just starting to snow, and it was getting slick, and these two were out and about with their families and traveling through the city, and they happened to come upon a car accident where a gentleman came off of Arrowhead Trail, rolled his vehicle down the embankment, and landed upside down, submerged in the Spanish Fork River. He was trapped inside the water, inside the vehicle, and Stephania and Preston stopped what they were doing, went into action as any citizen would, knowing that somebody else's life is in peril. And they ran down there and found that the person inside the vehicle was still inside. So they jumped in and went to work trying to get him out. They started banging on windows, kicking, trying to get this gentleman out, and then saw him come, his head come out of the water a little bit, and they were able to pull him out to safety. Freezing cold water. I don't know if you've ever cold plunged at this time of year. I last about 30 seconds, if that. And this was a total cold plunge that Preston and Stephania did. And I don't think maybe they even felt it because they stay in the water a really long time, minutes, and were able to rescue this man's life. So if you want to know what these two experienced on January 10th, get in a cold plunge and try to last 2 to 3 minutes and try to think through your head what these two heroes did in that moment. These two are true heroes. They put their lives above their own to save another man's life. And that is the definition of hero. They didn't think about the danger. They just saw someone in need, and they went to action. So it's an honor tonight to recognize these two for their life-saving heroics with a life-saving award from the Spanish Fork Fire and EMS Department in Spanish Fork City. They showed us what it means to be courageous and selfless, and this is what the world needs more of, is Preston's and Stephania's. So thank you for doing what you did. Thank you for being heroes. I know that this gentleman that you saved, he's thankful for you too. I wish he could be here tonight, but what you did was something we will never forget, and we want you to be recognized for that. Tonight we have a recognition of a life-saving award here on a plaque that they can hang on their wall or in an office for Preston. And then an award for Stephania as well. Also like to give them a challenge coin from our department that they can carry with them as recognition and another thank you from us, as well as something they can frame and put in a plaque as well for their life-saving award. So thank you again, and I think the mayor probably wants to have you share a little bit of your heroic story. So I'll turn the time over to you guys if you want to.
Oh, I don't know. Thankful she was there. Sorry. It's funny that Chief took my, I've been telling everybody at work, I was just doing a cold blood challenge. But sorry I'm emotional, but my dad was going through liver cancer and actually died a day and a half later. So I think this happened at the right time. For me, anyways, in our family. Thankfully, Stephanie was there. She spoke Spanish. She knew what to do when we got him out, was able to take care of everything. I was going to say the Chief took my little ice cold challenge, that I've been telling everybody, but I don't know. Just thankful, everybody. Thanks.
No, I'm just grateful we were there. It was the right time, right place kind of a thing, and I'm glad that he is okay and that he was able to recover. And it was really cool to have you be able to jump in and help me. Because I wouldn't have done it by myself, right? Like, I think we think about safety too. Also protect ourselves and our families. Like, I had my kiddos with me in the car, so but they were great. They just stayed in the car. They were troopers. But yeah.
I do tell everybody that we lifted the truck up 2 feet, even though it was only a foot. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, no, we did not lift the truck up. It was in the water. We leveraged a little to get it up, but it was because it was in water. We're not nothing crazy. Anyway, thanks,
Great
guys.
job.
Thanks for
Thank you. Thank you.
Are we going around?
Everyone wants some. Good job, you guys.
I think this is it all the time.
I think they want a picture right here, but
Should we hand it over and have the lieutenant governor do her part with
Yeah,
them?
please.
And then we'll.
please, yes. Yep.
So I'm Deidre Henderson. I'm Lieutenant Governor and a proud daughter of Spanish Fork. Very proud to live in this town. And you two make me even more proud. I live right there. I live in the neighborhood right there. And this is not the first time that a serious accident has happened right there. And as soon as I found out about this, and I found out about you two, I told my staff, we got to do something. And I don't have anything nearly as cool as the chief, but I have some papers here from the governor and me. I have to say, nobody knows when they'll be called on to do something heroic. Nobody knows when they'll be called on to provide an act of service for their neighbor. But we all have to be prepared for those moments, because when they call, it's our job to step up and answer. And we are so grateful that there are people like Preston and Stephania who, when called upon, stepped up. I visit with lots of people every day who come to the Capitol to visit, to see the seat of government, to find out more about the People's House, find out about how laws are made in the state. And I love to tell them the very few people actually have a say in what happens in our society. But the people who do are the people who show up. And we show up for each other in lots of different ways. But when we show up in ways like Stephania and Preston did, those are the most powerful ways. So thank you for your example. Thank you for putting others above yourself in those moments. Can only imagine how proud your kids are of both of you. But Stephania, for your children to see their mother plunge into icy water to save someone's life, that's a lesson that can't be taught any other way. It's generational. So on behalf of the Governor Spencer Cox, and myself, we have a certificate of recognition for both of you in honor of your heroic actions in the Spanish Fork River on Friday, January 10th, 2025, and as a citizen of Utah, as Lieutenant Governor of Utah, but especially as a resident of the great city of Spanish Fork, I offer my heartfelt gratitude and congratulations to both of you.
Yep, let's do that. Let's have the three of you up in front of the council.
We'll do the camera here.
That's so serious.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. Got to get that good sign in the background. Good.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it so much. Thank you, Preston, Stephania, and Lieutenant Governor for making time tonight. As a mayor and council, as if we've talked about this a little bit before this meeting, I concur, Lieutenant Governor. These are the things that make a community what it is, and when you add all those up together in our respective communities, it's what makes our state the state that it is, and that success is not by accident. So you guys epitomize what it means to be good neighbors, but to definitely, as Chief said, be heroes in our community. People we can look up to, people and examples not only your kids, but our whole community can certainly look up to and be proud of. So thank you for letting us honor you tonight. I want to give the council a minute to make a comment for anything. Everybody's touched by this in an individual way.
I couldn't pass up this moment. I have the privilege of living 2 doors down from Preston and Tammy. And this isn't the first time Preston has done something like this. Many of you may or may not know, if you watch news coverage, a couple years ago he saved some Papa John's employees' lives from somebody who was having a mental health episode and was putting their lives in danger. This is who Preston is. This is who Tammy is. And then sat in a funeral for his father a week later, and that's who the Hahn family is. And this is, like Lieutenant Governor Henderson said, this is the people that we have in our community that step up when we need to step up, that we're there for each other in those hard times. So thank you both for doing that, for being there and stepping up for someone you didn't know, that you didn't have to help, but you did because you care for people. Thank you for what you do.